Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. My name is Leon Jones, and I'm going to keep up with the scam series because it is very important that you understand that scams take place every day in our lives. And what I'm here to do is to give you some information on how to avoid scams. Now, a big scam that everybody needs to know about is credit repair. Now, I'm not saying there aren't any legitimate companies out there, but when it comes to credit repair, they love to offer you guarantees that they will help you with your credit. Well, for the most part, when it comes to your own credit, you can actually do it yourself by going to annualcreditreport.com to see what's on your credit report because you get one free credit report every year. Number two, you must know who the credit agencies are: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Now, basically, what you have to do in order to get something removed from your credit is you have to write the company itself. Now, there are some legitimate companies out there, and one of them is Lexington Law. Now, let me share my screen, and I'm going to show you what's going on here. Okay, when it comes to credit repair scams, well, how can you identify the credit repair scams? Well, again, this information is being given to me by Lexington Law. In fact, I do use Lexington Law. And let me tell you, Lexington Law does work. Yes, you have to pay monthly, 79.95, whatever you want them to do, because they've removed a lot of negative information from my credit report. And they are legitimate. I've talked to some of the lawyers who work for Lexington Law. Now, how to identify credit repair scams? Well, 5 signs of a credit repair scams are: they guarantee results. They ask you to misrepresent information, claim a new identity is needed, and they don't explain your legal rights and request an upfront payment. Now, if you have poor or damaged credit and want to repair it, you may have to consider using a credit repair service to help. Unfortunately, there are many companies and individuals that want to take advantage of unsuspecting consumers needing help with their credit. Now, while there are legitimate companies that can help you repair your credit, there are also credit report scams that are only after your money and your information for identity theft purposes. So, to keep both safe, Lexington Law has created a guide to help you tell the difference between legitimate credit repair companies and credit repair scams. Now, 5 signs of a credit repair scam. Now, again, there are many things that credit repair companies are not allowed to do or promise customers. Now, one thing I will tell you about any of these scams is they sound too good to be true. And if they sound too good to be true, it probably is. So you need to stay clear of that company. So Lexington Law has put together a list of signs that you should watch out for when working with credit repair companies. I will post this link under the video when I post the video. Now, let me go on. Number one, they guarantee results. So under the CROA, or Credit Repair Organizations Act, credit repair companies cannot guarantee results. Here are a few common examples of false promises unethical credit repair companies might make. One, and this is important, improvement to your credit score. Number two, results in a fixed time period. And number three, removal of all negative items, even if they are accurate. Number two, they ask you to misrepresent information. And here's how they do it. An unethical credit repair company might ask you to misrepresent your information. This can range from unlawfully using an EIN or CPN number in place of your social security number to claim you're a victim of identity theft when you are not. They also claim that a new identity is needed. So a credit repair company can't promise or offer you a new identity. Anyone offering you a new identity is a fraud. Besides guaranteeing results, scammers may try to promise you a clean slate with a new employer identification number or a credit privacy number, CPN. They tell you to use these numbers on your future credit applications instead of your social security number. Well, Lexington Law here. I'm going to explain more about common credit repair scams as I continue to go into the information that they've provided me. Now, number four, they don't explain your legal rights at all. Again, credit repair companies should explain your legal rights to you from the beginning. So there are a few common things an unethical credit repair company might do. Number one, tell you not to contact the credit bureaus directly. Number two, not give you a copy of the contract to review before signing. Number three, fail to inform you that you can repair your credit yourself without the help of a credit repair company. And number four, leave out information from the contract, like the date services will be executed or the amount you will pay. Now, if you feel like or believe the company isn't telling you everything or refusing to answer your questions, you should seek help elsewhere. And number five, and this is what all scammers do, they request an upfront payment. Now, the CROA or CROA prohibits credit repair companies from asking you for any payment before they render services. Many scammers will tell most customers, particularly they want to get the desperate ones, to pay up front. Again, many scammers know that most customers, they don't know this. And as a result, they promise a quick turnaround on credit repair for a large upfront payment. Now, some illegitimate credit repair companies may not allow you to cancel unless you pay a fee. So by law, all credit repair companies must give you at least 3 days to cancel services with them, and there is no penalty for canceling. Now, again, some common credit repair scams. Well, you'll most likely see credit repair companies illegally promising results. However, it is important to familiarize yourself with other scams so you understand what is and what's not legal. Now, again, this information is coming to you from Lexington Law. So what you have is what we call a file segregation scheme. Now, that's when a company or individual offers to give you an EIN. Now, an EIN is what individuals use to start a business. Now, they'll give you an EIN number in place of your social security number when you apply for credit. It's illegal for companies to do this. It's illegal for consumers to obtain one to use in place of a social security number. Then there's trade line renting. That's when you pay for authorized user status so the trade line shows up on your report to improve your score. This doesn't repair any negative information on your credit, but adding a positive trade line to your credit report can boost your score. Again, the trade line, once it shows up on your report, it's supposed to improve your score, but it doesn't negate the negative inquiries on your credit report. All it does is add a positive trade line to your credit report so it can boost your score. While this isn't necessarily illegal, it can still get you in trouble. So I'm just going to say this. There is nothing wrong with a loved one adding you as an authorized user. However, if you pay to rent a trade line from a stranger, you don't know how it would impact your credit, and it may be a scam to get your money. And then you have your CPNs, your credit privacy numbers, just like an EIN. It's created by scammers to use in place of a social security number when you're applying for credit. Simply put, a CPN is a fake social security number. Usually, these are created using somebody else's identity, and using one can be considered identity theft. Again, a CPN number is a fake social security number. And these are created by using somebody else's identity. And using one can be considered identity theft. So, what happens if you are scammed? Well, number one, you report the organization to your state's attorney general. File a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission and the Better Business Bureau. And always consult attorney if you'd like to take further legal action. So, how can you tell if a credit repair company is legitimate? Well, there are surefire ways to tell if a credit repair company is legitimate. For example, a legitimate company won't make you promises and guarantees when it comes to how many points they can improve your score. They'll also help you understand your legal rights under the credit laws. So one of the best ways you can discover if a credit repair company is legitimate or not is by looking up online reviews. You see, most reputable credit repair companies have reviews from current and former clients, as well as from credible websites that review credit repair services. Now, the question is, can credit repair companies fix your credit? Yes, a legitimate credit repair company can help you work to remove inaccurate, negative items from your record that may be damaging your credit score. Now, here are ways to recognize a legitimate expert credit repair company. Although you can work to repair your credit yourself without a credit repair company, ideally, a credit repair company would make the process much easier. Now, here are some signs of a legitimate expert credit repair company. Number one, they create a repair strategy custom to your unique situation. See, a good credit repair company will customize their course of action only after evaluating your credit reports and credit history. You see, everyone's credit history is different, and their approach to repairing your credit should reflect that. Number two, they maintain communication with you during the process. See, credit repair company that maintains scheduled calls, emails, or any other form of communication will help you stay up to date with their progress. They shouldn't keep you in the dark as they're conducting their services. And number three, they inform you of your rights from the beginning. So at the time of signing a credit repair company, one thing you need to do, you have to supply two documents: a disclosure of your right to repair your credit yourself and a detailed contract of services. Also, they make realistic claims about their services. Like I've discussed from this article, credit repair companies cannot guarantee results. A legitimate credit repair company will not guarantee timeframes or point changes, but they can guarantee the delivery of services, access to credit monitoring tools, or letters delivered on your behalf. And that's what Lexington Law does. Now, how to safely repair your credit? Well, making payments on time and disputing inaccurate information on your credit reports can help you repair your credit. While you can do this on your own, a professional credit repair firm like Lexington Law will make the process much easier and more efficient. Again, I use Lexington Law, and Lexington Law firmly adheres to CROA to make sure they give their clients the best experience possible. And they've been around for over a decade. They've helped a lot of clients challenge information that is unfair, inaccurate, and unsubstantiated. Again, and I'm proof myself. I'm giving you the proof from my own self. I have used Lexington Law. Lexington Law has removed a lot of inaccurate information, especially from collection companies. Because what collection companies will do, they will put a debt on your credit, and some collection companies buy debts from other collection companies, but the collection company that was previously on your credit report that was sold to a current collection company will keep that debt on your credit report. And when the new company gets that debt, it's the same debt that the old collection company had. So what you have on your credit report is the same debt from two different companies, and it looks like you have multiple debts which are affecting your credit. Again, Lexington Law is a legitimate company, and they help clients challenge information that's unsubstantiated, inaccurate, and unfair. They've done that for me, and they are legitimate. Correction, they are legitimate. Again, that's one of them. It's about utilizing the right laws. Credit repair can help you, but again, it doesn't guarantee you the results. Now, let me share my screen again, and let's get into a video, shall we? Because you need to know about credit repair and how it's a scam. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get to it.
Studying for your
Right now.
FE or PE exam, you need a review course that works for you. At School of PE, we have a variety.
Fair use. Fair use.
What's going on, everybody? Everything Credit here. So today I just wanted to make a video about credit repair scams. Is it really a scam? A lot of people get confused and just assume that everybody out here is trying to scam you. I know I've talked about it. Other YouTubers have talked about it. Other credit repair companies have talked about it. But I just want to go over a few things. We're going to go over different types of softwares, different companies, and of course, promises and guarantees. Unfortunately, that stuff does exist. Now, most of your companies, even the bigger companies, like Lexington Law and Ovation, are using Credit Repair Cloud. Now, most people will tell you that Credit Repair Cloud is the best software to do credit repair. I'm here to tell you, no, it is not. There's really nothing wrong with Credit Repair Cloud, or CRC, as some call it. The issue with any of these softwares is if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to get your clients results, because the letters that are set up in these softwares are set up to get you minimal results. So in order to make any of these softwares work, you have to go in there and create your own letters. It is very time consuming if you know what you are doing. So just because a company is using Credit Repair Cloud does not mean that they are scamming you. There are people that use it that obviously are out to scam you. Dispute Fox is another one. It's a good one. They're all good. It's all really one's opinion on which one they prefer to use, which one's more user friendly to the company. Dispute Fox is one of my favorite ones, but the best one is going to be Client Dispute Manager. Again, if you're using any of these softwares and you are not creating your own letters, you're going to get minimal results at best. So, and the reason the companies use these three softwares, these are the top three softwares used in the industry, is because the prices start at $99.99 a month. So for $99.99 a month, and I think the most expensive one's like $599.99, but that's if you've got like 30,000 clients. The more clients you have, the more it costs you per month. But what that price gets you is unlimited letters. Meaning if you have 200 clients, you pay $100 a month to generate letters for all of those clients. I spend around $10,000 a month on software alone. Why do I spend that much when I could easily be spending this much? Because I'm about getting results for my clients. So I'm going to spend the extra money to get the best results for my clients. Now, that does not mean that everybody that signs up with me they're going to be done real quick. They're going to be super happy. You cannot please everybody. I don't care how good you are. People are going to complain. Don't take that the wrong way. It is what it is. But to me, it's worth spending the extra money to get the better results. Now, the companies I want to talk about, and they're not technically all companies, Lexington Law is probably the biggest credit repair company in the United States. Ovation is a pretty big one, but then obviously you're always going to have these YouTube gurus. And when I say YouTube gurus, these are the people that most of them are just doing credit sweeps. So be careful of that, but they really just study other YouTubers, and it's really not a good thing. It is what it is on that too. So the only time I study another YouTuber is if...
Attention business owners, if you qualified for the PPP loan, you could also qualify for up to $26,000 per...
Either a client of mine or a subscriber reaches out to me because they have questions about that company, and I will review that company thoroughly before I give them, my review of what I think of that company. I have people reach out to me who have used these people, as well as Ovation and Lexington Law. Now, going back to, is it really a scam? Lexington Law technically is not a scam. Ovation is technically not a scam. Now, what do I mean by that? These companies can get you results, all of them, even the gurus. But their system is just designed to take 12 to 24 months minimum. We want to be done before you hit anywhere close to the 12-month mark. Now, does that mean I can guarantee it? Of course not. Nobody can. And if anybody's telling you that, run. Just keep your money and don't spend it on nobody, because if they're going to promise you some crazy stuff, trust me, it's not worth it at the end of the day. Now, promises and guarantees, I didn't write guarantees, to watch out for with these companies are everything will be done in 90 days or less. There's a particular company I'm not going to name now. I've had over 50 people reach out to me about this company. Some of them have actually worked with them, and they were done within 45 to 90 days. And then the following month, everything went right back on the report. So they asked me, how does this happen? It's because the company you used is doing a credit sweep. They're just filing a fake identity theft report and getting these items removed because they will remove them right away. They remove them super fast that way. The problem is they do still do the investigation, and once they do the investigation, then they put it right back on your report because you're not actually a victim of identity theft. Money back guarantee. Never go by somebody's word on a YouTube video or even on their website. If it is not in a contract, don't go by what they tell you. Remember, we offer a 180-day money-back guarantee. If nothing is removed in 180 days, you get a full refund minus the processing fee, which is not up here now. That was on the last video. But read these contracts and agreements before you sign anything, because, again, these companies will tell you what you want to hear to get you to sign up. They also try to sell you on why they are the best. I feel like I am one of the best, but it's kind of like I'll use basketball. Everybody's always debating who's the greatest of all time. Is it Michael Jordan? Is it Kobe? Is it LeBron? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. And in this industry, you're fighting the bureaus, you're fighting the creditors, and no matter what anybody tells you, you can't guarantee anything. But if you don't have it in writing on the money back guarantee, or if they're just trying to sell you on a money back guarantee, just be careful. The FTC does not like promises and guarantees unless you offer a money back guarantee in your contract or agreement. This is huge because, again, I can even do it. We can all tell you what you want to hear to get you to sign up, but I don't believe in that. I believe in telling you exactly what you are paying for. And what you are actually paying for with any of these companies is for their services. There's no way to promise and guarantee that they're going to clean your credit report up. There's just absolutely no way to do that. But it's easy to sell someone that doesn't know the process on these fake promises and guarantees. So I just wanted to make this video for y'all. Sorry my handwriting's so sloppy. Obviously you can tell I didn't write this stuff, but hopefully y'all can read that. If y'all have any questions or want to set up a consultation, I'll leave that information in the description of the video. My website's right here, everythingcreditllc.com. Excuse me. My phone number is 229-380-7837. Email address is everythingcredit@icloud.com. And of course, I am the owner, David Payne, also known as David Pickles Payne. I will be going live tonight, probably either 8 or 8:15. That's all I got for now. I hope y'all have a great day.
Feel confident.
Again, supply to that gentleman's channel, David Payne. He actually gave some good information. Again, I apologize for all the commercials and the extracurriculars that came in after the video was concluded that he presented. And the information was basically what I put out there to you as well. You're looking for results. And when it comes to credit, a lot of us really don't know about credit. We don't even know what goes into our score. Because you have to watch out as well when you're putting in too many inquiries. Now, again, I use Lexington Law. They are legitimate, but it's up to you to check your own credit report. But again, when they use a EIN number or CPN number. Run as fast as you can. Because number one, they're basically using identity theft. An EIN number is basically used for businesses. It's a tax ID number. And they use that to try to replace your social security number. So in other words, they will use that EIN number to make you a victim, but you're really not a victim. Now, as you just heard in the video, scams, what they will do is they will use those numbers to help you boost your score. But when it comes to scams, scams aren't about getting you the result that you want. They're about telling you what you want to hear to make you feel better so they can take your money. And what I am presenting to you is ways to help you look out for what's being put in front of you. And some of these companies out here, once they get your information, you're going to get text messages, you're going to get a bunch of emails. I know JG Wentworth, they'll send you emails out on your debt settlement. I'll get into that later on because some of these debt collectors and some of these debt settlement companies, they're also scams. Again, when it comes to your credit report is your credit report. And you're responsible for what's on your credit report. And if you know anything about credit, credit can stay on your report, negative credit, for 7 years. Now, there are statute of limitations for some items, but if your credit has been charged off as bad debt and then sent over to a collection company, it doesn't mean that that credit goes away. Again, I'm going back into the statute of limitations. When a collection company makes an attempt to collect money for you and they put that debt on your credit report, depending on what state you're in, the statute of limitations could be 4 years, 6 years. I know here in Indiana, it's 6 years. The state I came from, Pennsylvania, is 4 years. But even though a debt collector is making an attempt to collect money from you, they can continue to make any attempt to collect money from you, even when the statute of limitations is up. However, they can't sue you. In other words, they can't file a judgment against you because the statute of limitations are up. Because debt collectors, some of them are also scammers as well. I used to work for a debt collector, and they're about making money. In fact, how they work, a number of them, is they buy debts from the creditors, and the employees, they get a commission on how much money they collect. But on that note, when it comes to credit repair companies, legitimate ones don't ask for upfront fees. Legitimate ones have a contract. Also, legitimate companies don't guarantee you results. Scammers tell you what you want to hear. Tell you you're going to get quick results. I'm going to tell you that they're going to boost your credit score. Don't listen to that. Because all they want to take you for is your money. And again, when they use an EIN number or CPN number, they got that from identity theft. And they're also trying to steal your information. So again, as I continue to do the scam series, credit repair is legitimate, but it's also a scam, depending on your knowledge of credit. Now, you do have good companies out there. He mentioned Ovation. I mentioned Lexington Law. But if you're unsure about reputable companies out there, just like the video presented, look in the review section. Check out the Better Business Bureau. But again, when it comes to a scam, we're all liable to get scammed if we have our head in the clouds. So what I'm going to tell you is watch out for companies when it comes to reporting, how they can fix your credit really quick. Because in the end, if something is too good to be true, run. Because in the end, it's a scam. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube. If you like what I just presented, please comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for some STEM content, check out the QCIS channel. On that channel, I'm going to give you a daily dose of science, technology, engineering, and math. Now, if you cannot find the 411 Talk Zone radio show or the QCIS channel on YouTube, check both of those channels out on my Twitter page. Now, Twitter is now X. Remember that. If you're getting an X on your phone for Twitter, Twitter is now X, just to let you know that. Now, to take it one step further with the QCIS channels, since it is an educational channel, also find the QCIS channel on my LinkedIn page. Because in the end, be blessed for what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have. Always know that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if the shoe fits, wear it. If you don't like the shoe, change it. And once again, thank you for listening to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. I want you all to have a wonderful and gracious evening. God bless you. I'm out.